And another foundation piece today, we're going to be dealing with diamond puzzles. They're also called the X method. It looks like an X, so that's why it's called that a lot of times, but the shape of the numbers is in a diamond. This is going to be what you use to factor with. Once you can do these little puzzles, then you can factor anything that we have going forward because it always works. You'll find that this is just basically number play. You're going to need your calculators a lot to be able to do this. So this is going to show you the pattern. Whenever you factor a problem, you're going to use what's called this X method or the diamond method because the numbers are in the shape of diamond and they follow a pattern. Look at these. If you've got 10 on top, how is the 10 related to the 2 and 5? And then the 2 and 5, how are they related to the 7? Then look at the next one. 2 and 3, how's it related to 6? And how's it related to 5? Looking at these, -1, -4, how does that have to do with 4? And then how does that have to do with -5? What is the relationship between the numbers on the side and the number on the top? Just say it. Wait. Start on the top. How are these two related to the one on the top? Multiplication. If you multiply 2 times 5, that's going to give you this number up on the top. 2 times 3 is going to be equal to 6. -4 times -1. Sorry, -1 times -4 is going to give you 4. What happens on the bottom? Addition. You're adding them up. 2 plus 5 is going to give you 7. 2 plus 3 is going to give you 5. And -1 plus -4 is going to give you -5. That is your pattern that you're going to have to use to do every single one of these puzzles. It's easy sometimes. Sometimes it's a little more challenging as the numbers get more challenging. There will be some guys that are harder numbers that you have to do a lot of factors, a lot of guess and check and see what it is to get to them. But most of these are very quick and very direct. So again, the pattern is you have to multiply the numbers to get the top one. You have to be able to add the numbers to get the bottom one. Now, that's easy if you're working forward, if they give you the number on the sides. But guys, that's not usually what they give you. Your goal is to find the numbers that are going to go there. Okay? And so that's what we need to be able to deal with. You're going to have to work this pattern forward and backwards. So here we go. Here are a set of problems where they give you the ones on the side first, then we're going to do some backwards ones. Here we go. 3 times 6 is going to put 18 on the top of it. 3 plus 6 is going to put 9 on the bottom. It's that easy. Multiply to get the top, add to get the bottom. When they give you the ones on the sides, those are really easy. It's when you have to work backwards that you have a little more thought to do. Okay? So, 2 times -5 is going to give you -10. 2 plus, guys, what's 2 plus -5? -3. -3. -3 times negative, guys, look, if you have one of each, you end up right here, one of each, positive, negative, you always get a negative on top because a positive times a negative is a negative. If you have 2 positives or 2 negatives, what kind of number are you going to get on top? A positive every single time. So this is going to be 12, and then on the bottom, what would it be? -7. Because -3 and -4, if you owe somebody 3 and you owe somebody 4, that's a total of owing 7. Okay, now you have to think and go backwards. We're looking for two numbers that are going to multiply to give us -24. Pause right there. If the number on top is negative, then one of your two numbers has to be negative. The other has to be positive. Start with that. That's the first thing you ought to be dealing with is what do the signs have to be? And then at the bottom, it's got to add up to -2. So if it adds up to a negative number, then the bigger number has to be negative. Okay? What two numbers multiply to give you 24 but are only 2 apart? 6 and 4. 6 and 4 is correct, and we said the bigger number would have to be negative, so it would have to be -6 and +4. Guys, if you multiply those, it gives you -24. If you add them, you get -2. That's going to be your job, is to find these. This is the way you'll be doing most of them as we go forward. Actually, all of them as we go forward. After today, they won't give you the easy ones. They go backwards all the time. So in here, how many people... This one's always funny. What numbers multiply to give you 12 but add to give you 13? What was it? 12 and 1. You'd be shocked how bad that one is on a test. That used in a problem, people miss all the time. Be careful and look for that. When the numbers are only 1 apart, people miss that constantly. So if they're only 1 apart, think 1 in that number. Right? It doesn't matter which one you put on either side. It doesn't make any difference at all. Doesn't matter at all. Okay, let's do some more of these. So here we go. I've got a set to do with you, and then I'm going to get you to do a set. So the ones that are direct, again, this is what your worksheet looks exactly like. This is what you're going to be doing today, is all these little patterns. So when you see these are the easy ones where they give you the things on the outside. 10 times negative 7 is negative 70. 10 plus negative 7 is going to give you 3. Okay. 11 times 11 is going to give you 121. 11 plus 11 is going to give you 22. Now, when they give you part of one and part of the other, this is part way backwards. What would you have to multiply negative 4 by to make it into negative 20? 5. And then when, that's not a 5. And if you added these two numbers together, what would you get on the bottom? Good. Okay. Bless you. So again, if I needed to add a number to negative 3 and end up at 10, what would that number have to be? Oh, wait a minute. Guys, you need to use your calculators because arithmetic is going to mess you up. If you get that part wrong, it's going to mess you up. What would you have to add to that? 13. 13 and negative 3, when they add together, is going to give you 10. And then when you multiply negative 3 times 13, you get negative 39. Guys, don't let arithmetic be the reason you get these wrong. You have a calculator, use it. Please use it. That's what it's for. Okay. What number would you have to multiply 5 by to make it into negative 45? Negative 9. It matters what sign, guys. Since the bigger number is negative, you know when you add them, you're going to get a negative on the bottom. And what is negative 9 plus 5? Negative 4. There you go. Now all the rest of these are backwards. A little bit bigger numbers, a little more challenging. We're looking for two numbers that when you multiply, you get 88. But when you add them, you get 19. 11 and 8. Perfect. 11 and 8. How do you find those numbers if you don't know them automatically? You start listing out the factors. Now, they've got to add up to 19. So guys, I'm not going to start at 1 and 88. 1 and 88 are like adding up to 89. That's way far apart. I'm looking for something towards the middle. So I'm looking for numbers that are closer together that are going to get me there. Think before you start just randomly picking numbers. You don't want to go through all the factors because these numbers are going to get bigger and bigger. Okay. For negative 21 and 4, before we do anything, negative 21 and 4, one of the numbers has to be negative, one of them has to be positive. It's the only way you get a negative on the top. What two numbers are 4 apart that multiply to give you 21? 3 and 7. Okay? And since the bigger number has to be positive, how do you know that? Because the bottom number is positive. It would be negative 3 and positive 7. The next one, again, a negative on top means we've got one negative and one positive. Because the bottom number is negative, the bigger number would have to be negative. What two numbers are 3 apart that multiply to give you 54? 9 and 6, good. And we said the bigger number would have to be negative, so it would be negative 9 and positive 6. Okay. 44 and 15. Now, these are both positive, so both your numbers are going to be positive. What multiplies to give you 44 but adds to give you 15? 11 and 4. Perfect. And then 9 and 10. 9 and 1. It's harder than people think. You'll be surprised how many people miss that on the test. To multiply to give you 9, but to add to give you 10, 9 and 1 are the only two factors that do that. And guys, the thing about this is, it's the only way it works. The way you set up this diamond is the only way the factoring works, so it works every time. Once you get the diamond right, your factoring should be right. If you plug it in correctly, you'll get it right. These always work for factoring. It's the only way it works. It only works to one answer. Okay, do the next set of problems. I'm going to get you to answer these in just a minute. Alright, do them on your own, guys. I'm going to get y'all a call. I'll do volunteers first, and we'll see if we have to call on people. Do this set real quick. I'm going to give you a few minutes. Let me respond to Elizabeth on Canvas. Oh. Okay, let me respond. Okay, guys. Still got some people working. Give me another minute or two. We're going to pass these out while you work on those, and we'll finish up later. That way to save us time. I know we have a little bit done. Take out the other one. This is the one with the 6 problems from the other stuff, guys. I told you you have 6 of those, and then this. So you have one of these. This is what you're good. You know, the front row down here is different than the other way. Not 2 assignments, just 2 worksheets. There's only 6 on there. Yeah, and then the puzzles. You'll see the puzzles real quick. They're connected. They're both going to be the same assignment number, guys. Guys, you need to make sure to get these 6 done. Okay. So I need answers for these before we can move on. So let's go through and see if y'all got answers for these. For the first one, who's got number 16 that can give us an answer on this one? Okay, we'll just go around the room. Yes. Negative 3 and negative 3. Good job. A negative times a negative is a positive, and when you add those up, they add up to negative 6. Nicely done. Who's got 17? I'll go around. Yep. 2 and 2. Perfect. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. What about on number 18? I want to get some different people. Guys, I need some different people. Who's got number 18? Okay, yes ma'am? Negative 6 and 5 does not add up to 13. Does multiply to that, but it doesn't add up to the right thing. So anybody got another choice? Yes, sir. Negative 15 and 2. Yes, yes. Negative 15 and 2. And guys, that's the only combination that works. If you have another combination, look carefully. There might be a miss. You might be adding up to the wrong thing, adding to the wrong thing. When you multiply that, that does give you negative 30, and it does add up to negative 13. Thank you for doing that and saying, guys, it's okay to get these wrong. I want to try and show so that people can see why it only works one way. Okay, anybody got 19, negative 84, and 5? Come on, guys. Negative 7 and 12. Does that multiply to give you 84? I don't know. Yes, that's okay. And then it does add up to positive 5. Nicely done. Okay. Negative 24 and negative 5. Yes, ma'am. Negative 8 and 3. Yes, and yes. Nicely done. Okay. For number 21, a lot of people get this one wrong. Hold on. I got to get some different people. Luke, what do you got for this one? Negative 2 and negative 3 is 100% correct. A lot of people get that one wrong. They want to use 6 and 1, and it does not work with 6 and 1. It only works with negative 2 and negative 3. What about 22? Someone else, guys, who hadn't done one. Did you do one? Yeah, I think you did. Yes. Negative what? 15. Negative 15 and positive 1. Good. Okay. I'll take a group answer on this one because a lot of people have trouble with this one. What do y'all think it is for negative 75 and negative 10? Negative 15. Negative 15 and 5. I didn't mess y'all up on that one. Okay. Negative 15 and positive 5 is correct. What about on 12 and 7? Group answer. What do y'all got? 3 and 4. Okay, and guys, what's your own? Anybody got their own that wants to do it? Whose hands up first? Yes.
I had 60 on top.
60? Mm-hmm. Yep. What's on the sides?
4 and 15.
4 and 15.
And then 19.
19 on the bottom. Okay. Anybody else? I did this. It's not going to help you because it's not going to go into a problem, but I just thought it was funny because it works out that way. You just need one of your own on there. It doesn't matter what it is, guys. Just have one of your own on there that works. Okay, so you've got your worksheets already. Get started on them. I've got a little Valentine's treat for you. I'll bring that around in a second. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Hopefully it's a good one for you. Unfortunately, like I told you yesterday, it's not always a great holiday for everyone. That's what one of my students was emailing me about. So please be supportive of everybody.